Today we will study a new Upanishad, and that is Prasnopanishad. Every Upanishad is a part of the Veda, of course, and this is the knowledge part of the Veda. Every Upanishad is having a special invocation. This invocation we will now do. Please repeat after me. Om Bhadram Karnevi Srinuyama Deva Bhadram Pashe Maksha Bhiryayatra Sthirai Angai Tushtubhagum Shastanuvihi Bashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vriddhasravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishyavedaha Swasti nastaksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Brihaspatir dadhatu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. This is a wonderful prayer. It's not asking anything from the God, but only praying that I must, O God, may we hear only good things. That is the prayer. Bhadram Karnevi Srinuvama Devaha. Deva, O gods, in plural, is not the capital G, the smaller g. That means it's not the Brahman or the ultimate God, but other gods and goddesses. And we are praying to them, please, may we hear only good things. May I hear? No. May we hear. Always plural, because if I only hear, I only become good, I cannot survive over here. So obviously, all of us should be good, then only our dwelling place, this earth, will be good. So may we hear only good things with our ears, because with that pancha indriya that we are having, the 5 organs that we are having, the very powerful is the ear. So this ear, when we are hearing anything, immediately we are believing. We don't go for even tasting. We never go for even judging. If someone comes and tells something about your own son, whom you know for 20 years, 22 years, 25 years, immediately you will feel like believing, oh, it is like this. So it's very powerful. So that is why the prayer is only good. If it is something bad, it is very difficult to root it out. The impression is so strong. So please, let we always hear the good. O gods, whom we are worshipping, may we see only good things with our eyes. It says like that, Bhadram Karnevi Srinivama Devaha. Karna. Bhadram Pashe. With the eyes, may we see only good things. May we praise you with our body and all its organs steady. And when we are praying, when we are worshipping, we must be strong, physically, mentally. Or otherwise, we won't be able to perform this spiritual thing, because this needs strong body and mind. Why? In the Kathopanishad we have already read that the Creator has made all our senses in such a way that it always goes out. And when it goes out, collects different type of information, my mind is as if in torment. So it's very difficult. So that's why they say, my eyes and my ear must see only good, and also the body and mind must be strong. When there is a pain, you cannot meditate. When there is something wrong in the body and mind, you cannot meditate. It's so difficult. And may we live this life as long as the God decrees. And God wishes that I should live. Why? Because my life is beneficial for the society. You may remember Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, after realization of in different ways, the same God, he decided to give up his body. What's the necessary? To keep the body means always you need to someone or something to maintain this body. So it's not necessary. So he decided. Then a God appeared before him and he said, no, you must leave. And whatever you have learned, that you should give to the whole world, to the humanity. In the biography of Sri Ramakrishna, we know this is the fact. And that is why his prayer is, I will live in such a way, in a strong body and mind, and which is always prepared to serve the God. So that he is telling, may we hear the good things, bhadram. Good things means things that are propitious, beneficial, things that are favorable. That is the good thing. When a person is constantly inspiring others, Swami Vivekananda's words are so inspiring. You can do, you can do, you can do. If you could read Bengali, I could ask you to read a wonderful poem written by a famous, the person written, Bonaful. And he wrote, look at the eyes of Sri Ramakrishna. He's open. It's not blinking. As if constantly telling you, you can do, you can do, you can do, you must have to do it, you must be successful. Nishpalak nayoner nishabdvani. The eyes is not blinking, but without telling, without any sound, the advice is coming, inspiration is coming. Nishpalak nayoner nishabdvani nirantar bole choleche. Continuously going on repeating, তুমি পারবে, তুমি পারবে, তোমাকে পারতেই হবে. You will be able to do it, you will be able to do it, you must have to do it. So that is called inspiration. If you look at the eyes of that Sri Ramakrishna, then you get that, maybe that poet, he got that inspiration and he wrote. So this bhadram, inspiration. And then it says, may our limbs be steady. Why? Because it is not only the body, it is also the mind. It must be steady. Sometimes people, they think in a very peculiar way. Just now they are thinking, oh, this is this. And suddenly they go, they see, they hear, immediately their thoughts are changed. Again they come and hear something, again they are changed. Then when you will be steady? So the mind should be strong. There is God. We go and then somebody says, there is God? It's all nonsense. Nothing is there. I can prove it. There is no God. And he says in such a way, oh, that may be true. He was telling this. That's why Sri Ramakrishna, he used to tell his devotee, don't go anywhere else, particularly Master Mahasaya. So he told, if you visit so many places, you won't develop one strong idea. Any place you go, take up that and continue. Take only the good things. Will you be able to do that? Or otherwise, don't visit, don't go. So that is the necessity. Our minds must be alert, neither dull nor sleepy nor restless. Both body and the mind should be steady under control, and then only beneficial to the gods. We know the Pancha Yajna is there. One is Deva Yajna. The Deva Yajna, that is something that we do by which gods are very happy. What is that? A different type of things are there. When we come, when we sit, when we pray, when we offer some food to God, He doesn't need all this. But He is happy that He is remembering me continuously and doing all these things for me. When you give a gift to somebody, is it really necessary for him? It's not. But the gift, whenever you give, even a card when you are writing to someone, so people will be so happy seeing, oh, he has remembered me. That is the main important thing. Not that what is the cost of the card. Immediately seeing what is written over there, they will first check what is the company of the card. Is it a very costly company? Then it's all right. No. A few young boys and girls, they came from the church. They have written a wonderful card in their own hands. It's not on, the children how they write. But still they have written, we are happy, we have visited you. We are inspired after listening to you. Maybe someone told them they have written. But Bharadanandaji and myself, when we were reading that card, we were also happy. I told Bharadanandaji, send them that we are happy that you came, come again. So this is the reciprocal. Gods are also like that. These gods, when you pray, when you offer, that is beneficial to the gods. And the second part of the prayer, Swastina Indra Briddha Sravaha. Briddha is not the old, it's the ancient fame. Sravaha. Srava, so many people, they spoke about the Indra, very powerful. So, may Indra of ancient fame be auspicious to us. Why we do like this? Why you pray like this? We sometimes think, why you are unnecessarily praying? There is no one to listen. There is. And that's why all the great people in the spiritual world, they say, if you can't do anything, pray. The Jesus constantly said, pray, pray and pray. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also said, one person came and told, I don't believe in God. Why you are asking me to pray? Then Sri Ramakrishna told, you better pray in this way. Oh God, if you are there, then listen to me. That will also do. Because God is there, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, God is there. So the prayer is very strong. So it is praying to the Indra, the very powerful God of ancient fame, be auspicious to us. In the morning when you are praying just yourself and to looking at the sky or to any picture if you like, any person if you like, and that way when you are praying, what is happening? Your mind is becoming calm, composed, and that is they are praying, Swastina Indro Briddha Sravaha. That's a wonderful way that you are the ancient fame. For a long time people are praising you. Please be auspicious unto us. Swastina Pusha Vishya Vedaha. Veda means all-knowing. Vishya means the whole universe. Veda, knowing. Vishya Vedaha, all-knowing. Who is this Pusha? They say this is the sun. Because the moment is sun rising, everything is known. And when there is no sun, you cannot see anything. So the symbol of knowledge is the sun, and his other name is Pusha. May the supremely rich. Why rich? Because all-knowing. Pusha, the god of the earth, that is the sun, be propitious to us. Nothing will survive if there is no sun. So naturally, sun is the all-powerful, all-knowing, and may Garuda, the destroyer of evil, be well disposed towards us. May Brihaspati is the teacher of knowledge, the teacher of the gods. May Brihaspati ensure our welfare. So this is the prayer. Why we are praying? Because we are going to know about the Brahman. Any Upanishad you study, we have already studied Isha, then Kena, and the Katha, and now the Prasna we are studying. All Upanishads only talk about the Brahman, the only one subject. But there's expression in different way. That is the beauty. Different rishis in different places, different people, different time, they have discovered the same truth, and the truth they have given in a different way. So that is really good. So sometimes some people, they like my way of speaking. Some people don't. Some people, they like some other people when they speak. Same topic we are speaking. So obviously, this depends on the rishis, how they have expressed it. But everything is like this. Whether I like this way or that way, we are studying only about the Brahman, knowing about the Brahman. The Prasnopanishad, they are also giving in the same way. And who is the speaking? Pippalada. We will come to that. It's a Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda is the fourth Veda, the last Veda. Mostly talk about different type of power that you can acquire, but also having the knowledge of the Brahman. So that is the Atharva Veda. This word Prasna means the question. In the Sanskrit word Prasna. So this is the question. There we are always having the question in our minds, and you must know yourself first. That is the thing. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? This is the question. The moment we are coming to the philosophy, what question the first coming? Who am I? Who is God? What is the relation between the God and me? This is the philosophical question. So obviously, nobody is going to ask, oh, once again they are going to recount the board. Is it going to be changed? Nobody. That is not the question for the Upanishad. The Upanishad's question is philosophical question, and that says, who am I? Who is God? How can I realize God? What will happen after realization? Who has created me and this universe? All these questions. So this question is coming, and the first thing is, who am I? This Upanishad begins by telling about some young men. They're giving the story, introduction. Some young men, they were studying Upanishad. They were having the Brahma Vidya, and they were advanced students. They knew about the Swaguna Brahma, Brahma with epithets, Brahman with all the qualities that they knew. Now once again they wanted to know very clearly from someone who was highly respected teacher. They were all going to him. And after studying all the scriptures, gone through all the discipline necessary for one to know, understand the spiritual truth, but in spite of this preparation, they cannot understand the meaning of the scriptures properly. They are confused. Then they decided to go to a great teacher named Pippalada. And the scripture, they teach that you cannot simply go to a teacher and ask, teach me what is Brahman. No, you are not supposed to. So they go in a very humble way. That is the description they are giving. How they went? When you are going to realize the Brahman, the highest knowledge you are going to have, particularly when you are going for a spiritual knowledge, to a spiritual teacher, you must be very, very humble. And in our country, particularly India, the tradition was still maintained in the villages that when you are going to the school, you must carry at least some flowers or fruits for your teacher. You go and offer, and then you enter. So that is and sometimes the teacher, when he is coming as a private tutor, They always respect him, and they stand up when the teacher is entering into the class. Until the teacher says sit down, they will never sit. These are the respect. In the olden days, previously, they used to go to a teacher with some fagots, because the teacher used to do the yajna. So for that he needed the dry woods. So they will go, and it's also to express the humbleness. I am so humble, I am coming to you, I am offering you, sir, please teach me, I know nothing. So that is the way. The students who came to Pipalada were very intelligent and asked the very good questions. In the first chapter, we will study, where do we come from? He's not asking me, where do we come from? So it was about the creation he was asking first. Why? Because we see the creation regularly. Every time we are encountering with the creation, at the same time we see the temporary things. The whole creation is nothing but the temporary. So is this, everything is temporary? Is anything is there which is permanent? That is the question they asked. Where do we come from? What is the source of life? Where are the organs that reveal, and what is the principal organ? That organs that we are having, through that we are collecting the knowledge, but what is the principal organ? So that also they wanted to know. That is the prana, the vital, the breath. Otherwise it is impossible. In the story they will explain how the prana, the vital thing is the prana. When it stopped, everything stopped. So that second and third chapter they will be discussing about the prana. How does it enter the body and how does it depart? How the life is entering into a body which is inert, and then how the life is going out, about the death. Who sleeps and who is the awake? That is a beautiful question. When we are sleeping, we say that we are sleeping. But actually, who is sleeping? And when we are awake, who is awake? This body? This mind? So this is the question, very subtle question they are asking, they are going to ask, and that will be answered in third and fourth chapter. And the fifth chapter, the meditation on the Om, that will be discussed. So this is how the Upanishad begins, with a description of the creation of being, living beings. The first entity to be manifested in the phenomenal world is the cosmic mind. It's not our mind, it's the cosmic mind. And this cosmic mind, now I will request you to remember some of the words, the terminology that has been used as the first creator. This cosmic mind is known as prana, then also Prajapati, and also Brahma, and then Hiranyagarbha and Shutratma. So many names have been given. Sometimes some rishis, they will be using only Shutra Atma. Atma, that is the thread which is actually holding all others. So Sutra Atma, Hiranyagarbha. The Garbha is, but is different, is all golden hue. All that is the very, very important, because the first thing from where all the lives are coming. And Brahma, which we know about, it came out of the Vishnu. The Bhagavan Vishnu, he was lying down, he was sleeping in the Yoga Nidra, and suddenly this Brahma came and then started doing all the creation. So about the Brahma, then the name Prajapati we have heard, and in the mythology again and again different type of Prajapati, and here in the Upanishad sometimes it is mentioned as prana. So this we are going to study. He is the totality of all souls, and then he is in all living beings. The entire creation, gross and subtle, microcosmic and macrocosmic, is the projection of prana or the Prajapati. Note this word. It's the projection, it's not creation. It's the projection of the Prajapati. Then we will come over there. So, friends, we are going to learn about the creation. In the first chapter, the question and answer will be on the creation. And it is the projection only, is no creation. The moment the word creation is used, and before the creation there was nothing. So obviously, where from the first thing came? Who was the firstborn? How other things came? But in the Indian philosophy, they say no, it was projected at a time. All were created at a time. So this is the projection. It was already there in a subtle way, and then it was thrown out and all manifested. If you go back asking question, when first it was recorded, we can understand it is already there and then coming out. But when first recorded, then Swami Vivekananda said, Hindus are bold enough to say, we do not know. The creation is eternal. When it began, we do not know. But in every kalpa, every different period, it is projected. The entire creation, the prana manifest, again and again different type of names they are using, but it is the same thing. First they told Prajapati, and now the prana manifests itself as the sun. Prana, that's the same Prajapati, now as if manifested as the sun, the source of cosmic energy. It's not this sun, but the source of cosmic energy and time and food. Food is the direct cause of the birth of living being. The creation is spiritual. It's not the mundane creation, the spiritual creation. It's a very, very subtle way it is creating. Now, in the whole Upanishad, there will be 5 questions, and today we will study the first one. But who are the students came to ask the questions? Now they are giving this description. Shukesha, the son of Bharadwaja. You know, the Bharadwaja himself was a great rishi. His son, Shukesha, he is coming to be Prahlada. Bharadwaja is not unhappy. Rather, he is very happy that my son is going to inquire about the Brahman. He is going to another teacher. So we can understand from this point of view that they had the respect for each other. Bharadwaj, though he himself was a great rishi, he knew many things. But still then, he taught his son. But still when his son told, I am going along with my friends to another rishi to know about this, okay, his name was Shukesha. Then Satyakama is the son of the Shibi. Suryayani, the son of the Garga. Garga, that lineage, he may be the son of the Garga directly, or maybe from the family of the Garga. Maybe his brother's son or that sister's son, from that family, the lineage. The Sonjayani. Then Kausalya, he is the son of Ashvala. Why they are giving the name of the father? Because we should not misunderstand. So that is the reason he is giving the name of the father. You know, even in our country, in the northern and southern regions in India, still they will first say the what's called the grandfather name, then the father's name, then the boy, his name. Then also they add the name of the place where he was born. And some of the places, some people, they follow like this. And this is really wonderful. The moment they say, immediately they can recognize, oh, from this particular place he is coming. So they are telling about the fathers. Fathers were famous. So it is not that just someone is coming without anything. No, they were also great people. Their children are coming, sons are coming. They are also highly qualified. So that is the main reason. When a small boy is coming, when I went to Detroit this time, one boy, he is now in grade 3, he came and told, I have two questions. What is that question? Then he was telling, have you seen God? Can I see God? That's a great, wonderful question. But I know from where you have read it, because the same book I have also read. Because Swami Vivekananda's life, he went to Sri Ramakrishna, he asked, Sir, have you seen God? Can you show me God? So that he read and he came and I told, son, I know that question, because I have read the same book that you are reading now. So anyway, when you grow up, both of us will go to the same person, again we will ask the same thing, let us see. Now this way, sometimes some people are coming and asking the question, it doesn't matter anything. But when these boys are coming, they are not only qualified, they are learned about this particular science of spirituality. Now Vaidarvi, the son of the Bhrigu, you know that Bhrigu Muni, and then Kabandhi, the son of the Katya. And who is the teacher? Pippalada. And the first thing they are coming, that is the explanation they gave, Om Shukeshacha Bharadwaja Shaibhyascha Satyakamaha Saunyayani Chagarga. I just gave you that name. Kausalyascha Ashalayana Bhargava Vaidarvihi Kabandhi Kattayana Te Haite Brahmapara Brahmanishta Param Brahma Anneshamana. And about them now they say Te Ha Ete Te Haite. When you are adding, so Te Ha Ete. Ha means surely, giving the stress on the word. I am telling you. This am is the stress that they say. And this is Ha Ete, that means giving the stress on that. Brahmapara. They are actually interested to know about Brahman and practicing Brahman. Then Brahmanishta Param Brahma Anneshamana. Now they want to know the higher Brahman. This they have not mentioned, that they have already studied about the lower portion of the Brahman, that is Swaguna Brahma. We know there are two types of Brahman. Brahman means that knowledge, the consciousness. One is Swaguna, having all the three qualities, Satya, Raja, Tama, and then all the creation things are going on. The same thing again without any epithets. That time you cannot find anything from that. No ripples. Swami Vivekananda in his Jnana Yoga, he has given so many lectures on this particular point. The moment you have a desire, then only all the ripples start coming. When there is no desire, there is nothing. So that is, now they want to know Param Brahma Anneshamana. They are searching for that Brahman, Param Brahma, which is not having the qualities. Then they talked about the friends, so they are talking to each other. They say, Esha Habai Tat Sarvam Bhakshati. He may tell us all this. He may know about it. He may tell us all this. Let us go. Iti Teha Samit Panayo. Carrying the samit, that means the wood, they approach Pippalada, Bhagavantan Pippalad Upasannaha. They approached Bhagavantam Pippalad Upasanna. Upasanna means they went near to the Pippalada. Who is the teacher? Pippalada. And why Bhagavantam? Because he is a man of knowledge. So whenever we are giving the respect to someone, as here they say Sir, and Sir is applicable to almost everyone. But Bhagavantam, no. You must prove yourself that you are really a man of knowledge. Then they say Bhagavantam. Sometimes we call and Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Why? Now, some other time maybe we will be discussing, when we will discuss about the Bhagavata. So at that time, where from whom we can call the Bhagavan, where from this word came, we will discuss now for the respect he is. And he is asking to the teacher, Tans hasa rishi rubacha. When they went and told, sir, we like to know about this Brahman, bhuya eva tapasa brahmacharjena sraddhaya samvatsaram samvatsyata. Okay, you have come to me, I am very happy, but you have to stay here for 1 year. The question that you are asking is very difficult. I like to see, are you capable? Are you qualified to understand this? So he said, come, stay with me for 1 year, samvatsara. And brahmacharjena sraddhaya, you have to restrain yourself. And then sraddhaya, you should have the respect for your teacher and for the scripture too. So this is the thing. Then I saw the students, when they are reading, they are keeping their both the legs with shoe on the table, reading table, and the books are there on the books. And then they are slanting and reading. They are great students, but having no sraddha. But in our country, the first thing they ask, develop sraddha. And then sraddha for the book, because it is containing knowledge, and knowledge that will save you, that will raise you. So that's why we cannot keep touch a book with the leg. No, we cannot think of it. We cannot think of it. Even an ordinary paper, nothing is there. If it is touching by mistake, immediately we touch it with the forehead, giving the respect. Why? So much respect was developed in India for knowledge. So here we find brahmacharjena and sraddhaya. When the teacher, you are approaching to a teacher, you must go with all courtesy, humbleness, and the respect. So they came and they reached over there. And afterwards, who is asking the question? Atha kabandhi kattayana upeta prapachya. This is the third mantra of this Upanishad. That about all the 6 the students, the last one, the Kabandhi, who is the son of Katya, he came with consulting with other friends. And he came to the teacher after 1 year. They waited over there, they worked in the teacher's home, and then slowly, they used to do a lot of work. The students used to do a lot of work for the teachers, cleaning and all these things they used to do. And then after 1 year exactly, he came and he is asking, Atha kabandhi kattayana upeta prapachya. And he is asking the question, prapachya, with proper way. Well, you told 1 year, 1 year is past, tell me what you know about this. No, not like that. His prapachya means with the great respect, he is asking this Brahmanistha, then he is giving the reply. Kabandhi, he is asking the question, the students came to Vipalada to learn about the Parabrahma. Now he is explaining this. But very peculiarly, when he came, they wanted to know about the Parabrahma. But the first question he is asking, not about the Parabrahma, about this manifestation, about this world. And he is asking this, Bhagavan, O respected sir, Kuto hava ima praja prajayanta iti. And after that he said, sir, where do all these beings come from? Kuto, where from? Hava ima praja. All these beings, praja, all this time, or every time you will see that the word is used. Because the beings, praja, prajayanta iti, they all came from. This is the question. That means he is asking about the manifested world. where from this manifested world came? That is the first question. If I can understand that, then the second will be, who has created? Who is the source? I know. Now, is he created this? If he has created, is he exhausted? The person who has created, with what he has created, suppose he has created out of his own, then is he exhausted, complete? There is no creator, only the creation. All these tricky questions are coming. Suppose you are making with the earth some earthen pots. You go on using the same earth that you collected, and then you are going on making the earthen pots. Time will come when there will be no stock of that earth. All that will be converted into the earthen pots. So similarly, the questions after questions will come, and there he is giving the reply. Tasmai sahovacha. Afterwards, I won't read the Sanskrit because it's a long reading. Sahovacha. Sa means the teacher. Praja kamo vai prajapatihi sa tapata sa tapastaptva sa mithunam utpadayate ruimcha pranam cha iti etau me bahuda praja karishyata iti. It goes on telling like this. It's a beautiful Sanskrit, simple Sanskrit, and here it says, you see, Prajapati wanted to create his children. Children means the creation. Prajapati wanted to create. With this view, in this view, he practiced austerity. Why suddenly he is practicing austerity? No, he is thinking about that properly. So the words that has been used, he is practicing austerity. The moment we think about the austerity, that means he is less eating, more meditating, and this and that. Not like that. Actually, he was concentrating on this thought, how to create. Because once you create, then afterwards you cannot make it all right. So creation must be perfect. So when we are doing something, when we are having something, we must be thinking in the beginning perfectly. If the planning is perfect, the result is perfect. So planning is very, very important for everything. The Prajapati is going to create this whole universe. So what he did? First, satapas taptva, when he thought that he is going to create, and he meditated on that, he made everything in perfect way. And then he thought, okay, I have created two, because the creation is always from the two, not from the one. So first is Rai. Rai in Sanskrit is a female, and it is moon. And we find in the Bhagavad Gita again, Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayam Hamojasa Pushnami Chaushadi Sarva Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha. Now here in the 15th chapter, 13th sloka of the Bhagavad Gita, it refers to the moon at the creation. Why? Entering the earth by my spiritual energy, I sustain all beings residing in it. As the watery moon, I nourish all the herbs. This is Bhagavan Krishna is telling in the Bhagavad Gita that when I entered into the earth with my spiritual energy, I sustain all beings. How? With the food. If there is no food, how they will sustain? And how the food is coming? Then he is telling the watery moon, the water is the first, otherwise no vegetation. But the way they explain it is difficult a little nowadays. Every time they say, using some of the words which is so difficult. So this what he said about the moon, and this word Prajapati means the Lord. Who is this Prajapati? This is very interesting. Here it says Prajapati means someone who is practicing austerity in this life with a desire to become the Lord of this universe, he becomes Prajapati. When he is successful in his prayer, he is going on praying, he is going on meditating, concentrating only on one object. I want to be the Lord of this universe. And then he becomes the Prajapati after his death. But is it a permanent post? No. After some time, when all his good deeds are over, he comes back to this world, this earth, again take a form, human form maybe, again he goes on practicing. So Prajapati is a very powerful, he is creating, but again he is not permanent, that is not the ultimate. So it says in the Upanishad also, in one kalpa, kalpa means one period of time, it's a long, long time. That is the calculation they say, but that is only for one kalpa, one Prajapati. That's why there are so many Prajapatis are there. In different kalpa, different creators are coming. So it says in this way, the Prajapati is not the supreme being, and he is having that. There are many epochs of the kalpas. In each epoch, so many things come and go, but at the end of the epoch, everything merges back into the source. How the creation? Now it says, Prajapati also is a part of the creation. And from the creation, so who is the creator? We always say Brahman. Brahman is all. But if the Brahman, which is having no desire, have the desire that I will create, immediately he will become limited. That can never be. So that's why, as if from the Brahman, someone with his power has become like this. His name has been given as Prajapati, the Prana, Hiranyagarbha, and all this in different places. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna explained this same creation in a different way. He said, and sometimes you will see after the season is over, the elderly lady of the house, she will keep all the seeds, different type of seeds, in one small bag, and she will keep it separately. Again the rainy season is coming, she knows when to put these seeds, then she will put these different type of seeds in different places, and when wait for to sprouting up and then for the fruits. The same way, when all this creation is over, when it is going back, evolution, involution, when it is going back in the involution, it's not death, it's only going back. All these karmas, different minds having different karmas are collected and kept. Nothing is going to be lost. Oh, in the last phase of the kalpa, if I do something wrong, then it will be destroyed, everything will be destroyed, so I am also destroyed, no problem for me. Nothing like that. It will be there. And then it will be as if frozen. I was reading in a newspaper that someone has, the girl, 16 years old girl, she is in a bad, something happened to her, she cannot survive. Then she told, I like to, some of the scientists are telling that in this particular the temperature, if we can keep, the body will be for 100 years it will survive. Maybe that after 100 years she can come back to life. She has dedicated for that taste. So after 100 years she will be coming, and then she won't see anybody there. She knew. Of course, we do not know whether she will have this memory or not. So this is the creation. The scientists are also trying to. The same way the creation, this creation, then when it is over, then the God as if keep all the different varieties in one place and then close it, keep it for some time, then again it comes back. So Prajapati created. When the Prasna, that first question was, who created this? Then they say it is the Prajapati. Prajapati created how? He said Rai, Rai and Aditya. Rai is the moon and Aditya is the sun. It's just symbolic. Rai is in Sanskrit is the female. Obviously the moon is the female and the sun is the male. So just because of these two, the creation is coming. So that way it says. Then afterward it say, Aditya habai prano ravi reva chandrama ravi va etat sarvam yat murtam cha amurtam cha tasmat murti reva raihi. It goes on telling like that. It says the creation is going on. Aditya is the life and Roi is the food. Now if there is someone, he needs the food. The food is the Chandrama, symbolic. We cannot take it, this Chandrama, this moon as the food. No. It is only the symbol, there is a food, and then there is a life. Life is taking the food, gross or the subtle, both are food. The difference between the subtle and the gross is the difference between the eater, the cause, and the food, the effect. The cause and the effect is going on. Upanishad is saying that in the cosmos there are two elements. In reality, there is but one. But somehow or other, this one has split into two. One has become the eater or the life, and the other has become food, the matter. The prana, the sun, is life. But if there is life, there must also be something to sustain that life. So, Rai, the moon, the food that sustains life, apparently they are two, but in reality they are not separate. Now, we will come to why it is telling the moon and the sun. We will come to that afterwards. The relationship always that, of course, cause and effect. This is the important thing to understand. The cause and the effect. The cause is subtle, effect is the gross. Now, according to Vedanta, the cause is often without form or murta, and it is not seen, but the effect is visible, and with form it is murta. However, the cause and the effect, the eater and the food, may interchange the relationship. In the next, on the sixth, he says, as the sun rises, it enters the eastern horizon, it then embraces all forms of life. This way it goes on explaining. When the sun is rising, first in the east, as if it is entering into all the life. No, it is actually manifesting. It is all there. But because of the sun ray, we can now see in the eastern side all these things. And then it goes to the west, to the north, to the south, to up and down. Then the life comes. You have to understand that when it gives this example, actually, this is the symbolically he is telling, and he is rising, he, the sun, who is the self of all. The sun here has been taken as a symbol of the self of all. It is a symbol. The moment we think about this sun, it will be very difficult to understand. It is the self of all that it is rising, and who manifests in all forms. When the sun is rising, then only we can see. When the sun sets, we cannot see. So the manifestation and at the same time the death, it is the rising and the setting of the sun symbolically. So this, the self is rising. Here the sun is called that Agni is the Agni, the fire. Vaishya, Nara. The Vaishya and the Nara, these are the two, and Vishwarupa, Prana and the Agni. Sun is now again named as Vaishya Nara, the fire, energy. And again, Vishwarupa, all varieties, and Prana, the living, and the Agni, that burns. Now again, Nara literally means the man, but here the living beings. The sun is Vaishya Nara, the all living beings. Sun has become all the living beings. Again, the Vishwarupa, all the forms. Now the question was about the creation. The answer is Prajapati has created sun and the moon. The sun is the life, the cause, and the moon is the food, the effect. So cause and effect, and from that everything has come. But it is actually that consciousness that is coming and manifesting, entering into everything. Gita gives a wonderful way all this explanation. In the in the 15th chapter, the 14th sloka, it says, Aham Vaishwanara. Here, the Vaishwanara is the sun, its name is Vaishwanara. Aham Vaishwanara Bhutva Praninam Dehumasritaha. The same thing in the Bhagavad Gita, it says in a more easy term, in the more easy language, I, the Vaishwanara, am the creator of all. Praninam Deham Asrita. I am taking the human form. Prana Apana Samayukta Pacham Anyam Chaturvidam. Now it says, based in the body of living beings, I manifest as the digestive fire. So based in the living beings, I manifest is the digestive fire. I am the Vaishyanara, and in combination with the vital energy known as the prana and apana, digest the four kinds of food taken by them. Now it's coming to the gross level, completely the human level, or our body, we can say. Who is actually digesting our food? If the digestion is not there, just terrible, people will die. So it says that Chaitanya, that God who has been given the name Vaishyanara, he is the, again called as the sun, symbolically, he is creating. How? He says, I actually digest 4 types of food. What are the 4 types of food? Chabya, that you are chewing. Then choshya, some sucking. Lejya and piya, drinking. So this way, the all different 4 types of food he is digesting, and this is the gross level. Then our body is sustaining. We do not know what is happening within the body, but the Upanishad says it is because of the fire. Of course, the ancient time, or the doctors, they used to say in the same term, the Agni Mandya. They used to say, any difficulty, that means you are not having this. And in the old days, that has been changed in the present day terminology, of course. The modern science, medical science, they don't use that term, but previously it was there. That term has been used. That is called, that digestive power, that's called the Agni. And it goes on creating the, and it pertains to the celestial world. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is so nicely, it has been given. The sun is rising with many rays, which is seen in many forms, everywhere in every form as shining. That means knowing everything that exists, as the support of everything, as the only light, and as the one who gives the heat. Then this is the 8th sloka of the first chapter. I think this is the introduction and the first chapter. Friends, you have to, if you are interested, please read this. Then only it will be easy to understand how they are explaining. Because the creation then will become the prana, that's the vital force. Then slowly it goes to the Om. In the Kathopanishad we have read Om iti Brahma, because Om is the symbol of Brahma. So do not understand the moment it says the sun is the creator, it is not this sun, it is the energy. When they say the sun is entering into the people, it is actually manifesting these bodies. When the sunlight comes, we can see manifestation, so as if sun is entering into the being. So the way it has been explained, the words has been used, may be a little difficult to understand nowadays. But if we can understand the basic thing, immediately it will be very, very interesting, because the creation, sustenance and the ultimate knowledge, that is Brahman, that will be known from the Prasnopanishad. Prasnopanishad is having the five questions. So in the next class we will be dealing with the second and third maybe, and ending with the first one. Conclude with the first one and then the second and third questions. But if you have the interest, if you go through the book, then it will be very easy to understand. Thank you, and let us conclude with the Shanti. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om.